Hello and welcome. Today, you and I are going to walk through an OSINT investigation with TryHackMe. The room is called 7 Minutes on the Seine, and together we are going to break down how an incident at the Louvre can be reconstructed using only public information. Hold on, what's OSINT anyways? If this is the first time you hear this, no worries. We are going to take this step by step. You don't need to know anything. OSINT stands for Open Source Intelligence. In simple terms, it refers to the process of collecting and analyzing publicly available information from a variety of sources. This can be websites, social media, government publications, news articles, and other open sources. OSINT plays a critical role in cybersecurity, especially in investigative and threat intelligence work. The goal of OSINT is to gather actionable intelligence without violating any laws or regulations. We want to keep things legal and ethical here because we are cybersecurity professionals. Now let's talk about what we're getting into. What are we investigating? This challenge centers around the theft of cultural artifacts from the Louvre Museum, more specifically the Galerie d'Apollon. The goal is to understand how this incident happened based on real observable OSINT data that we find online. Okay, so let's dive right in. First, here we see the setup of the incident. It seems like something audacious has happened beneath the glass pyramid. In the early hours, we've discovered that the Galerie d'Apollon has been breached in 7 minutes. 7 minutes later. What does that tell us? That tells us that this was really well thought out. This was not a chaotic move. These guys knew what they were doing. These guys and gals, right? We don't know who did it. But our mission today is to reconstruct the details of the heist using open source intelligence, OSINT. We already learned what that is, so that is easy for us. And we are professional analysts, so we know how to do this, baby. Let's go ahead and start by starting our attack box and starting our machine. Okay, so it looks like our attacker machine and our target machine have fully loaded. And it seems like to start, we need to click this link to access the portal with all of our investigational questions. So the first question that we need to answer is, which museum entrance by name is on the river sidelines where the ladder truck was positioned? Okay, so we need to find a museum entrance on the river side, and then given the entrance name and the official closure date for that entrance as stated by the museum. Okay, so now we've got multi-step question here. First, I think the best way for us to figure out what's the entrance is to look at the map. So there are so many maps of the Louvre and the different entrances because it's designed to be helpful for so many tourists. But it could also be helpful for investigators as well as attackers. So here I have found this map, which I find very useful. And you can find your own, whichever makes sense for you. But this one seems very clear to me. And I see here that on the Seine River side, there is only one entrance, Porte des Lions, and this is, as you can see, these are the black and white are the entrances. So I've got the first part of my question. The second part of my question asks me to look at the official closure date for that entrance as stated by the museum. Okay, so what I do, of course, is I go to the Louvre website, right? Because the question wants me to use official information. So here I go down into the map entrances and I see that all 4 entrances are open. So that means that just the entrance that we're looking for right now, which is Porte des Lions, it's been reopened since the challenge. However, this is great because it actually gives us the opportunity to see some other OSINT things that we can do here, so we can look at this site information historically. So the first and most productive way to do that is to use the Internet Archive, which is literally the best resource if you want to look at historic information. So you can find it at archive.org, and then you can paste your URL here. So I will paste the URL. So what it does is it crawls the internet every day, and it essentially takes snapshots of the different web pages. Now, one limitation is this is a non-profit project, so I have already been doing this challenge offline, and unfortunately it is throttling my requests. It doesn't let me query this because I've already queried it too many times, and I use this way too much. However, that's actually good news. For you, this will probably work. It'll like almost 100% work unless you've been using that site. But I want to show you something else. So I already know which entrance I'm looking for. I only need to figure out what is the official closure date as stated by the museum. So the Wayback Machine would have been my number one go-to place. However, I want to show you something else. Since that failed me, I'm going to go and use something called Google Dorks. If you haven't used, these are just some very specific ways of querying the internet so it can give you very specific results. So what this query here says is, hey, I want you to only give me results from this site, because the question is asking me to use legitimate Louvre website information. So I don't want just any information. And then I already know my entrance, Porte de Lions. And ferme, I don't speak French, so if you're French, apologize if I didn't say this correctly. But ferme means closed in French. So essentially I used Google Dorks to be able to filter the information on the internet and find that date, okay? So here I see the very first result. Look at that. I got exactly what I was looking for, and I didn't even have to look on the website. This is the beauty of OSINT. You can find the information you're looking for in so many different ways. And obviously, I do want to acknowledge AI these days, different AI tools and chatbots make this OSINT intelligence gathering extremely easy and fast for attackers. So while it's useful for us and we are kind of doing it old school for education purposes, I just want you to acknowledge the power of AI to crawl the internet and find information that attackers can use. Here we go. We've got it. We've got our gate. We've got our date. So now we're going to go back to our report, and we are going to look at the particular format that they want, and we are going to answer. So we've got Porte de Lions, and then this is the date, submit answer. Perfect. We are on to the next question. So for Empress Eugene's reliquary brooch report, we need to find the official inventory number, the surname of the maker as named by the museum. Okay, this is key. We have to look at the museum collection, right? They're literally giving us where to look. The acquisition mode and year, and assigned, purchased, plus year, the item's current location, status, and its record. Woo! Okay, so what we need here is, I think we need to go into the collections of the Louvre. And for the purposes of this demo, I've preloaded some of these searches just to be efficient. Obviously, what you're going to do is you're going to go to collections.louvre.fr and you are going to search for the brioche, copy and paste from here. Reliquary brioche, please don't make me say it. So, okay. So I'm here and I have already loaded this brioche for us. And essentially what we need, let's see, what do we need here? So we've got the serial number, that's what we need. Yeah, the inventory number. We've got the inventory number, surname of the maker, and then the acquisition mode and year, assigned, perfect, current location. All right, going back here. So this is the last name of the maker of it. We've got the first information here, like the inventory number. Let's see. We've got, so, all right, perfect. So let's go ahead and see here, acquisition. Oop, there we go. We've got the acquisition date. And the last thing I think that we need, let's go back here, current location. So we've got the current location not exposed, not shown currently. That's the current location. All right, so I think we've got everything that we need. Okay, so I am going to paste that here. We've got our serial number. We've got the surname of the maker. We've got when it was acquired, and we've got its current status here. We're going to submit that answer. Okay, let's move on. 2 of the stolen pieces received Interpol reference IDs on the public poster database. Ooh. Things are getting serious. We're going to be looking at the Interpol inventory. And once again, I have preloaded some of these things. What you need to do is you need to search the Interpol records specifically for these 2 items. We've got the sapphire diadem of Queens Mary, Emily, and Hortense, and the reliquary brioche. My friends who are from France, please don't judge me. I love you. I'm trying my best. So, okay, here we go. I'm in the Interpol records. This is exactly publicly available information that is going to tell me what exactly is being tracked by Interpol. Look at this, baby. Look, look. We've got this beautiful picture here, and we've got our, so this is the sapphire diadem of Queens Mary, Emily, and Hortense. That one. And the reliquary brioche, it looks like these are the reference numbers: 2025 359.1 and 2025 359.5. We're so good at this. Ooh. Recon on fleek. Okay. Next one. Give the title, inventory number, and dimension of the central ceiling painting in the Galerie d'Apollon. Okay. So I think that we still need to solve this in 2 parts. First, we need to figure out what is the central ceiling painting in the Galerie d'Apollon, and then we got to find its dimension. So again, I've preloaded the search here. We're just doing old school, good old Wikipedia. And right here, look at this, baby, look. Wikipedia says that Apollo slays the python of this for the center of the ceiling, okay? That is the center of the ceiling right here. Look, we've got it. We even have a picture. It doesn't get any easier than this. I mean, come on, guys. See how easy this is. It's crazy. So now I have loaded this up in the website. There it is. There it is. We've got the Apollo. So the names are slightly different in the translation because I'm using the native website translation, but that is the exact same painting. So here they want us, let's see. So they want the title, the inventory number, and dimensions. You know, okay, Apollon Vainqueur is the name. Inventory number, we already know how to find that. And dimensions, there we go. There's the dimensions here. All right, 8 meters by 7.5 meters. That's big. That is big. Woo. Okay, so Here we go. What bridge lies directly south of the riverside nearest the aforementioned entrance? All right, so going back to our map, this is easy, all right? We've got the Porte de Lions. This is our before mentioned entrance. And here we've got the Port Royal, which is the bridge directly to the south. And again, you can use all maps and anything else that suits you. I personally like this map. Submit investigation. There we go. There we go. We got our flag. Let's go back and put it in. Absolutely, baby. First task complete. Easy as that. And I'm actually glad that some of these things didn't work for me because that helped me show you some additional things. Okay, so let's go ahead and start our target machine in the second one. It looks like we've got a new link here for our investigation. And while it's loading, so recent news reference the audit museum surveillance network reveals serious weakness, outdated servers, inconsistent camera coverage, and weak password policy. Yes, so essentially we need to go and figure out whether the credential clues of those reports are valid against the systems and then use them to review the footage from the day of the incident, documenting every step and source. All right, so we have to find what is that password, what are the credentials that were leaked. All right, so while this is loading, because it might take a second, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do literally a live search. Credentials, there we go. There we go. It's right here. Anybody who is watching this video has probably seen the news, so it's not really groundbreaking, but this is how easy it is. It was louver, not particularly creative. So let's go here, load our site. It says that we need to log in with the credentials that we found, the credential pair for this lab, and then log in. So we're gonna go louver, sign in. Yes, that indeed was the correct password. Okay, now the date is set for today. What we want is we want to set it for the day of the heist, and we know this was the 19th. We're gonna load. Hello there. Here we go. We got our flag and we're good to go. Just like that, we solved this challenge together. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, and let me know what challenges you want to see and what walkthroughs you want to see more of so we can do more of these together. See you next time.